Hello everyone, welcome to the Dakota marker. South Dakota State versus North Dakota State to kick off Mountain West Conference play. This is a very highly anticipated game for both teams. It has massive implications for the rest of the year and who might win the Mountain West, as these two are some of the best teams in that conference this season. Good 32-yard gain to the 25 for South Dakota State. Picked off. He throws up a jump ball and it's intercepted. North Dakota State will get the ball. That one's picked. That was a horrible throw. That was like he airmailed that to the running back, and it's going to be a pick six for South Dakota State to make up for their earlier interception. Kick return to the 27. North Dakota State now following the pick six from the Jackrabbits. Caught. Gain of 6. It's a first down. The Bison come into this game as the favorites to win the Mountain West, but if they lose this game, they will more than likely not be ranked in the first top 25 rankings that come out after this week. So it has massive implications for both South and North Dakota State, because if South Dakota State doesn't win, they won't be ranked more than likely. There's 48 teams in the RBCL, and only 25 get ranked, and it is based off of point differential. So whoever has the best point differential will more than likely be ranked in the top 25 for this first week. The next week, it'll be based off of who you beat and your point differential. So, like, if you beat, like, a ranked team, you're going to go up higher than if you just blew out an unranked team. Anyways, North Dakota State's had 2 straight incompletions, and they're looking for their first one in 4 throws, and that is caught first down at the 14. Caught. Breaks 2 tackles and gets in the end zone to tie this game up at 7 in the Dakota marker game. Never mind, they completely shanked the PAT. It is snowing, so we do have to cut them some slack, but you can't be missing those, especially if you're the favorites to win your conference. Breaks a tackle. South Dakota State is just embarrassing the Bison's defense right now. They've had more explosive plays, and their quarterback did throw a pick. However, South Dakota State's just looked more convincing this game, and the more convincing team is going to be the team that wins this game. Timeout, Jackrabbits. Caught. First down at the 14. We got 20 seconds to play in the first half here for the Jackrabbits to get a touchdown or a field goal. They already have the lead. Timeout, SDSU. They're shooting for the end zone on this play, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jackrabbits. They go up 14-6. Bison now. They're not going to get anything off except for a Hail Mary before the end of this second quarter. It's caught. He breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles to the 50. He can't break 3. So that'll take us to halftime. 14-6. North Dakota State to receive the ball to start the second half. Gets to the 20. Bison gonna hand it off here and get a yard. Less than a yard, even. Good throw. Breaks the tackle. Gets a first down. by the running back. First down. Incomplete. He airmails his receiver out of bounds. That's caught. Looked like a near interception there, but it's not going to be. Running back is going to get 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Bison. They're going to hand it off once more and lose a yard. 3rd down and 6. Incomplete. That is 4th down. This is one of the longest field goals we've seen in week 1, and it is nowhere near good. So South Dakota State will have it at just behind the 50. And he's going to break a tackle and get a first down at the 33. $16-yard gain for the Jackrabbits. Almost sacked, but he dumps it off to his running back. And he gets it to 1st and goal for South Dakota State. The end of the 3rd quarter. Jackrabbits threatening to go up by 21 or by 15. Touchdown Jackrabbits. It is 21-6. North Dakota State, it's not over. They needed a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and then another touchdown. However, they decide they want to do that. That field goal could have greatly helped them, but it is snowing. The wind is a little bit to the side. It's a little bit harder to kick field goals. But they do have to make the PAT. That PAT miss did cost them 100%. Dropped. It's 3rd and 2 for the Bison. And it's dropped again. They have to go for it, though, because they're down by 2 scores. Caught. First down. They're still running time off the clock. They need to go here. And it's dropped. That was a beautiful pass, but the wide receiver couldn't come down with it. And he overthrows him into an interception. That's going to seal this game. Jackrabbits going to run the clock out here. That was a beautiful halfback toss. He breaks 2 tackles and gets 9 yards. Jackrabbits can just run the clock out now following that pick that the Bison threw. It is 3rd and inches now for the Jackrabbits. The Bison are going to get a stop. But given that the Jackrabbits are on the Bison side of the field, they're just going to go for it here. And they're going to get it. First down. 17 to play. South Dakota State leads 21-16. They've made the decision to pass the ball, which is interesting, but that may just be so that they don't have to worry about maybe a fumble or something. Seven yards, and that ends this game. South Dakota State has won the Dakota marker 21-6. Goodbye.